All right, back at it. I gotta take down this beech tree. I don't know if you can see it, this one right there. I'm gonna drop it down through the wall into the woods. Gonna do a little insurance policy, gonna hook a rope up about halfway up down to a little tree over there. So I can give it a little pull if I have to, because once I cut into it, there ain't no climbing up there to put a rope on it. So we'll get that done first. Take the ladder down and notch this tree so it falls right through that gap in the wall. Fingers crossed. No sweat. All right, I got a come along set up, going around that maple up to the beach. I'm going to use wedges, but that's just it's just an insurance policy. Got this rope coming over here, so I can come over here and man that come along. It goes up to that beach. I got some tension on it now. Get cutting. All right, so this is a beech tree, and it's got the Bach disease. It's a fungus or some kind of disease that's killing all the beech trees on the East Coast, and most of them are already dead in my area, and they're just breaking apart, falling down. They're a mess. I would love to keep this tree. This was a tree we planned to keep in the yard, but it's got the disease and it doesn't come back, and there's no way to stop it, so it's got to come down. So that's what I'm going to do. There it goes. perfect for that wedge. That tree was leaning back. So I left a good 1.5 inches of wedge in, hinge in there. Right where I wanted it. Beautiful. So that worked out good. I did everything so it worked out right. I don't know if I did everything 100% right, but the best that I know how. Put the safety line on there. I was gonna do it without the safety line. I figured I could get it with the wedges, no problem. But then sitting there looking at it, I was like, I know sometimes you don't get that lean all the way you need with the wedges when the tree's got a lot of branches on that side and it's kind of leaning that way, just a little bit. But all the weight was towards the deck. So just to be on the safe side, I threw that rope on there with the come along. I'm glad I did, because that probably helped out, because I had all those wedges in there and it still didn't want to go, and I didn't want to cut any more out of the hinge because this tree was dying. I didn't know how brittle this wood is. I haven't cut down a lot of beech trees. I've cut down mostly maples and oak and hickory, and they all hinge really good. Beech trees, probably similar to a maple, but because it was dying, I didn't know what the wood was going to be like in the middle or how well it would hinge. Because I know when the trees die completely, everything just breaks right off. The tree don't like break at the stem and tip over. All the branches just break right off, so it seemed like it was pretty brittle, almost like a tulip poplar. But yeah, I'm glad it turned out as good as it did. And I'm just waiting for my adrenaline to go away before I use the chainsaw anymore. Because that gets a lot of adrenaline pumping when you're cutting down a tree close to the house and the barn you just built, or that you built. You don't want any accidents. But when this lot was fully wooded, when my wife and I came out here to look at it, this tree right here was the first tree that we looked at. We said we got to try and keep, and it was only little, but it was such a nice looking tree. And the trunk on it was probably only a little bit bigger around than my leg. It grew quick in the last 20 something years. Did not want to take it down. But you can see it all in the leaves. They're all wrinkled up. The last 3 years this thing's been suffering. It takes a real long time for the leaves to come out in the spring on it. And nothing looks right on this tree anymore. And like I said, all the ones on the road are dead. All the ones along the side of the property had little ones. They fill in so thick and nice, but this year they didn't. All right, I got the little Milwaukee cordless saw, full battery on it, shop-ish chain, I think, and let's see what we do on these branches. Wife's already in there with her small chainsaw. was fun. I'm gonna hook up the wood chipper to the tractor. And this afternoon we'll be able to get going on some chipping. Alright, beech tree's gone. All I got left is the stump and a little bit of mulch here from the Woodland Mills wood chipper. If you check it out, you can see this was a tree I wanted to keep. I said that earlier in the video. This little circle right here is how big around the tree was when I started clearing the lot. And then after I cleared the lot for the yard, the tree started getting more sun and the growth rings got a lot bigger. So you got 23 rings till you get to this part here. And that's how long I've been here, 23 years. So I thought that was pretty cool. You see the tight growth rings and then 23 big growth rings when the tree got lots of sunlight. And down here I got the logs. All right, so this is the beech tree cut up. I got 4 9-foot sections. I got 2 real nice pieces right here for the sawmill. I should be able to get something out of this one, maybe a post, a couple of boards. And this is the top piece, which has got a little crook in it. Probably just get a short post out of it, but I'll make some furniture or something out of this for the house. All right, thanks for watching.